Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here. And today, Samsung announced the all-new Galaxy S22 phone lineup, including some new changes. If you do miss the Galaxy Note, you're in luck this year. Now, Samsung actually gave me an early look at these two devices, so I wanted to give you some impressions that I have on this full Galaxy S22 lineup. And I also have a lot more content coming soon on these phones, including an unboxing, maybe later today, so be sure to click that subscribe button so you're notified when those videos go live. Now, pre-orders start today, and Samsung's offering a lot to just pre-order the devices, including up to $200 in Samsung credits and free upgrades in storage as well, just for pre-ordering the device. I can link to all of that down in the description below. Now, with the Galaxy S22, that starts at $799.99. The Galaxy S22 Plus is $999.99, and the Galaxy S22 Ultra is $1199.99. Now, all of these get released on February 25th. So to start, let's look at the design between these three phones. The S22, S22 Plus, obviously the exact same design, just size difference, with the Ultra looking different than those two. And also, the colors this year are really cool. I really like the green that they have, and it was cool to see the white as well because none of these really collected fingerprints on the back. So the Galaxy S22 Ultra looks similar to the Galaxy Notes in the past. I have missed the Galaxy Note. I'm excited they are kind of bringing it and incorporating it with the Ultra. You have sharp angles, you have a curved display, and of course, an S Pen. Now on the flip side with the S22, you have that more contour cut camera design, very similar to the previous year's model, and a flat display. On all three of these phones, you have Samsung's new Armor aluminum, which is their strongest aluminum frame they've included yet, including the new Gorilla Glass Victus Plus on all three of these phones. So if you do accidentally drop it, it should be stronger than any previous phone. Also, don't forget IP68 dust and water resistance on all three of these phones. And a huge difference with the Galaxy S22 Ultra that really sets it apart is that S Pen brings on all of the great features that you remember from the Galaxy Note series. I really like this direction that Samsung's going, how they're sort of consolidating their lineup to make room for their foldables because they've done such a good job in their foldable lineup. They have a whole separate section for those, and then incorporating the Ultra and the Note is a really great idea in my opinion. Now the S Pen, very comfortable to hold, very comfortable to use, has a ton of different shortcuts and actions. You can customize it to your liking. I really like how when the screen's off, you can just pull the pen out and start writing something on that black screen. And also the S Pen has about 70% lower latency. It was very, very responsive. Here it is in slow motion just to really show you how quick and responsive it actually is when you are typing, or writing, I should say, on the screen. Also, when it comes to the S Pen, I noticed that the pen comes out on the bottom left of the phone, which was a little bit awkward for me. You definitely get used to it. It's not that big of a deal. Just something that I've noticed while holding the phone in my left hand. I kind of wish it was on the lower right-hand side to take it out because I am right-handed to write. But of course, if you're a lefty, it's probably going to be nice to have it in the bottom left. And when I was holding these devices, there was a clear difference. First of all, between the S22, S22 Plus, it definitely had a wider side frame to hold on to, so a little bit easier to hold on to, as opposed to the Ultra having that curved display, which looks really good, but just makes it a little bit harder to hold on to because the side frame's just a little bit slimmer. Aside from the different look between the two camera systems, there's also some differences in terms of specs. On the Ultra, they use Samsung's largest pixel sensor ever, so apparently it's supposed to be very good in low light. I will need to do some more testing with this, so expect more comments on that in future videos. Anyways, you have a 12 megapixel ultra wide angle lens, a 108 megapixel wide angle lens, and two 10 megapixel telephoto lens, one at 3 times optical zoom and another at 10 times optical zoom. And you can zoom all the way up 100 times with 100 times space zoom. With the S22, you get a 12 megapixel ultra wide angle lens, a 50 megapixel wide angle lens, and a 10 megapixel telephoto lens at 3 times optical with up to 30 times space zoom. I'd also like to make a mention that with the S22 Ultra, you can capture and edit in RAW format. So if you're looking for that creative control behind your photos, you might want to go with that Galaxy S22 Ultra. And also on all of the cameras, they have a feature called auto framing where it will detect faces or objects And if that person is moving within the frame, it will auto frame the camera for you without you having to actually move the phone. Now the display is incredible. As usual, Samsung has killed it with their dynamic AMOLED display, up to 120 hertz on all refresh rate on all three of these phones. Now there is a difference in the display quality. The Ultra is a 1440p display, so it has a higher screen resolution than the S22, S22 Plus, which has that 1080p screen resolution. Also, the Ultra's display gets up to 1750 nit max brightness, which is insane. Should get very bright when you are outside in direct sunlight. Screen size wise, you have a 6.1 inch, 6.6 inch, and 6.8 inch display. And that 6.1 inch Galaxy S22 is very manageable with one hand. I really do hope that battery life will last all day with that device. And speaking of battery life, because of the different sizes, you get different size batteries, 3700 milliamp hours, 4500 milliamp hours, and then 5000 milliamp hours in the Ultra. Now with the Galaxy S22 Ultra and S22 Plus, you get 45 watts of wired charging, whereas with the S22, you only get 25 watts of wired charging, and then on all three, you get 15 watts of wireless charging. So that's just about everything I want to talk about for now with the Galaxy S22 lineup, but I want to give you guys a big reason that you might want to consider Samsung for your next phone purchase, and that is they offer 4 years of Android OS updates on these devices, which is pretty incredible. That's actually 1 extra year compared to Google even offering Android updates. So that amount of support and the software updates that they've been pushing lately is definitely noticed and something I really want to mention because it's important when you buy a device. You want it to last longer. You want it to get those security updates. You want it to get those Android updates, and Samsung is promising that it will. Okay, that's everything on the Galaxy S22 lineup for now. A lot more content coming soon, like I said, on these phones and even their new tablets that they're coming out with, so stay tuned. Again, be sure to click that subscribe button. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think about this Galaxy S22 lineup, what you think about all these new colors, and of course, stay tuned for the next video. As always, thanks for watching.